What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 6 already of the Pittsburgh Pirates Franchise Rebuild. We are 2 games out of first place, and the Cubs just made a huge signing. We saw last episode, they picked up Blake Snell. While he was a free agent, he did decline a little bit, but I am terrified of this. In his first game, he went 7 innings, gave up 4 hits and 2 runs with 8 strikeouts. This is a problem. But let's take a look at scouting real quick. There is a player here, Cameron Deal. Let's see how Deal does in scouting. I have a feeling this is another one. My goodness, center field. Looks like he's got some speed. He potentially could be ready to play. I don't know if I believe this. So we'll go ahead and get him scouted, and we're focusing on international pitchers, starting pitchers for the scouts, and this discovery. We're in the East. We haven't gone any farther than last episode. I just want to show that we changed the player we are scouting. Today we're going to focus on a player we have not really paid attention to, O'Neal Cruz. He's up to an 80 overall. A lot of things are improving. Some things are declining. 289 batting average so far. Let's get into it. And look who we're playing, the Cubs. It's the 4th game of the series, and we lead it 3-0. We're going for the sweep today to get back ahead of them in the standings. It's been a season of runs so far for the Pirates, and right now it's a good one. And let's hope that doesn't lead to another losing streak. Today on the mound, we get Kyle Hendricks. He's 5-2, over 55 innings so far, with a 1.23 whip, 39 strikeouts. Pretty solid pitcher. And Cruz gets to lead off the game as he's in the leadoff spot in the lineup now, batting 289. Strike one. 1-1 count now. Pitch is incoming. Ground ball to Swansby. Fields it cleanly. Throw to first is not in time. Cruz outruns the throw. You know, that's what we get with Cruz. So even if he's... Now let's think about this. If he's facing right-handed pitchers and doing this, why can't he do that against left-handers? His speed might fix the problem with the stats that we're worried about. We got to think through this. McCutcheon's still batting 314. See how he does here. See if he can advance Cruz. Cruz is going to steal. And, oh, they throw it away. They throw it away. We jumped that way too soon. But Hendricks throws it away. We get advanced on a throwing error by the pitcher. Advanced to second. 0-1 count to McCutcheon now. We're leaning back. We're not going to steal third. There's a ground ball up the middle. That'll get Cruz over to third, and they can't field it. And do we get... No way he got that tag in. Why is McCutcheon clapping? Oh, bottom of the first. 1-0 Cubs. I'm still in shock. I swear he got back in time. Well, Cruz is in the field this time. Ground ball to him. He should be able to handle this with ease here. Throw over to first. Ends the first inning. Now we jump ahead to Cruz's next at bat in the top of the third. It is 1-1 thanks to a RBI hit by Tellez. Now we have a little bit of an audio issue at the beginning of this episode, as I finally found the correct way to capture the video on the PlayStation 5 to my computer, but I didn't turn the audio down, so it was full blast on the game audio. Got a little bit of things that we got to fix, but we're getting the hang of this OBS and PlayStation 5 combination, so hoping the quality of these videos improve as well as Cruz's performance here. Get over the fence. Get over. Yeah, warning track power there, opposite field. That would have been a shot opposite field, so I'm enjoying playing with Cruz so far. He's... Maybe we're taking him for granted, and we will find out soon enough, I think. Top of the 5th, Cubs are up 2-1 now. We got a runner on first. Looks like Zawinski over there. And that's a foul ball, which is interesting because Zawinski's not supposed to be in the lineup. 0-1 count to Cruz here. Ground ball to second. They should be able to turn 2, and they do. Bottom of the 7th, playing shortstop again. Another routine ground ball. Fields it cleanly. Throw over to Tellez. And that's an out. Dansby Swanson's up. Got a special place in my heart for Swanson. He was drafted by the Diamondbacks, and we traded him, unfortunately. What a mistake. Ground ball to Cruz. Fields it cleanly. And Swansby's retired as well. Now jumping into Cruz's next at bat here. We're down 2-1. Runner on first again. Can we drive in a run here? Can Cruz get a nice hit here? He's 1 for 3. That ball is inside. 1-0 count. 0-1 pitch coming in. And we swung at a sinker there. A little bit ahead of the off-speed pitches. That's not really off-speed, though, at 93. That just has some movement to it, but we're still early on it. Trying to get the timing down. Need to do some batting practice, I think. I really do need to, and then maybe increase the sliders and get, familiar with the game here. It does feel a little bit different than 23, and maybe that's me jumping from the PS4 to the PS5. But Cruz gets another infield single there. Let's see what they rule that. Base hit. I mean, if we're going to get infield singles with him, that's what you want from a leadoff guy. We'd love to get the power out of Cruz that I know we can. But OBS is what I really care about. So, on-base percentage. So, I love it. I love what I'm seeing out of him. And 2 for 4, 2 infield singles. The power will come. The power will come. McCutchen pops out to right field. On a 3-2 count, we have runners on first and second with 1 out. And we advance to third. That could be helpful. And Reynolds is up to bat here. He is 0 for 3 today. Make that 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Rough day for Reynolds. That brings up JD Martinez. Can he be the hero? He's 4 for 14 in the series as we go for the sweep of the Cubs here. In the top of the 8th, down by 1 run with 2 outs. We're going to steal second here. Ground ball up the middle. We're going to just go to third anyways. That'll end the half of the inning. Cubs up 2-1. And we are fielding in the bottom of the 9th because the game is tied thanks to a Davis RBI. 2-2, bottom of the 9th. Another routine ground ball to Cruz. Fields it cleanly. Retires another batter. Not bad. Bellinger that time. That brings up Dansby Swanson with a runner on first and 1 out. Do we have a chance to turn 2 here? Ground ball to Cruz. Flips it to Bay. Bay to Les. That'll take us to extra innings. Extra innings rules apply. We have a runner at second, no outs. And Cruz is leading off the top of the 10th. 2 for 4 already. Let's see if we can get a ball out of the infield as a base hit here. 1-0. That was high. Would be really nice to pull this off and get ahead of the Cubs back to second place. Ground ball gets by him. That will put runners on the corners. And we're going to run to second and advance on the throw. Runners to second and third. Cruz's speed is... I'm underestimating this guy. I was underestimating him. We have lots of comments telling me to bat him against left-handed pitching, and we will not regret it. We might be making that change soon. Runners on second and third, no outs in the top of the 10th. Let's see if McCutchen can get us a run here. Or look at strike 3, 1 out. Well, I think it's time for Reynolds to break out of his 0 for 4 night and drive in 2 runs here. Let's see what he's got. Ball 1. Infield is in as they're trying to prevent a ground ball from scoring a run here. Ball 2. Seems like they're pitching around Reynolds. That might load the bases with 1 out here. Just taking a look at the defense, seeing where they're at. Ball 3. Yeah, they do not want to give, what? See, we're building something here now. They're going to walk Reynolds and get to JD Martinez, who he could ground into a double play, but I like this. I like this situation for us. Those first 4 batters, pretty solid. Temporary solutions with JD and McCutchen, but I think it's pretty good. We might make a push for playoffs this year. Speaking way too soon, but time will tell. Full count here on JD Martinez. Bases loaded, and they walked in a run. Good eye, JD. Bases loaded again with 1 out. Now 3-2 Pirates. With Hayes up, and then Hayes coming up 5th in this lineup. I'm starting to love this lineup. 2-2 count to Hayes. He lifts it in the air. That'll be an infield fly roll. 2 down. Jack Zawinski's 0 for 2, 0 for 6 in this series. What are we going to do with that guy? Oh, man. We need to figure out how to get him going or make some... It's early. It's early. I need to slow my roll. He just gets a nice 2-run base hit potentially here. Yes. It's 5-2. Yeah. Just talk bad about players and they'll do good for you. High fives all around, or fist pumps there. We sweep the Cubs, move back into second place. Cruz has a pretty good game. 3 hits, 5 at-bats. I dig it. So do we see why Zawinski was in the game now? Olivares sustained an injury during today's game. It appears he'll be out 1 to 2 weeks. What would you like to do? We are going to do the 10-day injured list. We got to make a roster move, though. Always makes it interesting. We look at our 40-man roster. Does he get called back up? I mean, in AAA's, Triolo is hitting 231. Stats are going up. I don't want to disrupt him. Could bring up Holderman, but I think we have enough in the bullpen right now, quantity-wise. It was an outfielder. Chang can only play infield. It's nice that he can play 3 positions. Luis Ortiz is having a pretty terrible season. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. 7.51 ERA. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But it looks like we found someone that needs to move up to AAA potentially. Keep an eye on that. What do we do here? I mean, we did this last time. Maybe we give this another shot. It's been a couple weeks. We're going to go with the club option here. Let's try to give Michael A. Taylor 12. Well, look at that. It's completely full now all of a sudden. Completely full. Let's go down here. We'll try again. We're going to try again. 9 million. The length is about right, but the salary is too low. Why are you so interested then? He's on the Pirates. We're going to try. We got him. We got him. All right, so let's go to the roster now. We should be able to. What do we have in the 40-man? Is he not on the 40-man? All right, 4-star hand, and I tried it again, and we got him. So will he perform better than Zawinski for these 2 weeks? He's going to get an opportunity to, as, let's see. Let's compare him here. Zawinski's going to be in against right-handers, and that'll put Taylor in against left-handers. But who do we want to put in the 5 hole here? I think we put Taylor there. I think that will do it. Alvarez in AA sustained an injury, but he'll keep him active just day-to-day, it looks like, for him. And look at that, we're facing a lefty today. Let's get into a game with our new signing, Michael A. Taylor. We're 27-21, 6 games above 500, playing the 20-28 San Francisco Giants. And there's rain. Michael A. Taylor makes his Pirates debut. Let's see if we can get a win. With Skeens on the mound, he has pitched 3 games so far, 1-1 with a 4.15 ERA, 15 strikeouts in 17 innings. The strikeout rate is up to 20%. Walk rate is at 9.5. The whip is looking good, 1.21. Start off the game with Taylor in center field, has an opportunity to make a play. It is a ground ball. He'll field it pretty cleanly and get it into second base there. A single for the Giants in the top of the first. We move to the bottom of the first with 2 outs and runners on the corners for Taylor's first at-bat with the Pirates. Let's see what he can do here. Facing Harrison. He's got 16 pitches already in the first inning. And that's a nice shot. Is that going to get down? It's off his glove. We'll try to get to second. Nope, we'll hold up here. 1 run scores. They do send the runner, and he's out by a mile. But an RBI single for Taylor in his first at-bat with the Pirates. This is starting out good. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Another ground ball to Taylor. Same thing as last time. Fields it fine. Tosses it in. Moving to the bottom of the third with a runner on first and 2 outs for Taylor. Let's see if he can get on again. Keep his hot start going. Or turn a single into a hot start at least. Let's see. Swinging on the first pitch. Is this out of here? Just foul, it looks like. 3.2 feet outside the pole. Almost a tremendous start for Taylor. Just early on that swing. There's a ball inside. 1-1 count here. Harris up to 37 pitches in the bottom of the third. Harrison, not Harris. Harrison. Yeah, we have a 2-2 count to Taylor here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Pirates still. Pitch is incoming. Oh, good eye, I guess. Good call by the ump there, favoring us. Full count. Runner at first. And a walk. All right, well, he's gotten on base both at bats. Pretty good start. 1-2 count with 2 outs to Guerrero here. And he pops out to right field. I don't think that's going to get down. That'll retire the side. Pretty good start for Taylor, though. A little bit of patience there at the plate. Like to see it. Moving to the top of the 5th here, we have a full count with a runner on first and 2 outs. Another ball. And he's going for it. Taylor's going to gun him out. Get an assist in his first game with us. I don't know why they tested his arm there, but we will take it. Comes up throwing. Pretty good throw to third there. Hayes puts the tag on him. Well done, Taylor. We are in the bottom of the 5th with a runner in scoring position again and 2 outs for Taylor up to bat. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single and an RBI. That's going to get to left field. Ends the 5th inning. And Taylor's up again here in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out and nobody on base. It is 3-0 Pittsburgh at this point. Oh, that was high. We went, though. Couldn't check the swing there. Sidearm pitchers, they're going to get me every time. We need to do some batting practice against them, too. Rogers on the mound here. And way ahead of the slider. Just can't see it coming in. 0-2 count to Taylor here. Pitch incoming. Fouled off. 0-2 pitch being delivered here, and we're way ahead of the slider again. Strikeout for Taylor. The Pirates do end up winning the game, though. Keeping it going. 3-1 victory for Pittsburgh in Taylor's debut. Skeens gets the win. Goes 7-2 innings, 7 hits. Not bad. So that is now a 7-game winning streak. We have a trade offer here. The Royals want to send us a shortstop in Garrett Hampson, who is a C potential, 73 overall. He's 29 years old. He's in the last year of his contract, $2 million. Not a lot of money. And they're trying to get Moreta and Frazier. Let's look here. Well, he's injured. He's got a concussion right now. Yeah, we're not taking that trade. Thank you, Royals, for the interest. Let's take a little deeper look at Taylor now. Let's go into the roster here. I wish you could put side-by-side comparison of players, but look at this: fielding 84, arm and 83, speed 77, so not super fast in center field, but he can play all 3 positions in the outfield. He's going to be consistent against right-hand and left-handed pitching. About a 50 contact, about 70 power. Vision could see some improvement. We might want to go into training. Let's do that. Let's take a look at training for him. And it's not, auto training is on. How do I change that? Oh, just this way. Okay. Yeah, this way. I want hitting coach sessions. I want his vision, discipline, and clutch to be focused on. And let's go grab our shortstop here, Cruz. And I'm not really worried about his arm and accuracy as a shortstop. It's good enough. I want him to focus on the same thing. It would be nice to just be like, could we just focus on left? But I really want Cruz to focus on vision, discipline, and clutch. Let's go to Sawinski as well. The same thing. Like, his discipline's great already, but his vision is just not very good. And I think that's what's holding him back. Do that. So we'll have to remember we did this because, yeah, let's get Jones focused on that. All right, I think that's good for there. And let's go ahead and get through the rest of this week. Giants beat us, end the winning streak. Okay, Giants end up winning that series. Not exactly what you like to see. And a 3-game losing streak, just like we mentioned. A 4-game losing streak. The bats go cold. 1 run, 0 runs, 2 runs, 1 run. All right, let's see how scouting's going. All right, so Cameron here, I still think his low end of his present stats looks pretty solid. I think we're going to scout him a little bit longer. Let's take a look at the prospects that we recently scouted here. Yeah, we need to finish this Hernandez one. We'll get that in a few weeks. But let's see, did they discover? They did discover, but we're not scouting any of them. So if we do this, I think if we go back this way, they'll show up. Let's see. Here's one I think we discovered from the Pennsylvania area. Local boy to the team. Not looking too great there. We have Russo from Massachusetts. Also not ranked, so it doesn't look like we found a hidden gem here. Georgia, this might be a late one here. DeMarcus Dell, he's a relief pitcher. We'll have to keep that in mind for scouting him later on. But let's go ahead now and change this one to be East so they can start scouting some of these players that we're discovering. And we'll get a good amount of players scouted again. But let's go ahead and finish Cameron's profile up there. And we get a win against Atlanta. I think it's time to take a little look here. We're 3 games out of first place. The Cubs won 2 out of their last 10 games. Yeah, this is just not improving. Yeah. So we'll keep him here. We're going to keep him here. What do we have on? Yeah, 1 used option for Zawinski. What's his contract here? Okay, he's still on a rookie contract. He's got to go to AAA. I mean, 200 is going to be the bar for me. That if you're below 200, you can't play a lot. He's not even giving us anymore. We're going every day Michael Taylor starting. Let's advance. Let's take a look at the pitching rotation here. Keller's having a solid season. ERA's at 2.10. 6-1. Whip is 1.11. Avedo having a pretty good year as well. Gonzalez is not bad. He's serviceable. Skeens is 3-1. 3.45 ERA. This is working. Look at all this stuff improving. He seems to be improving quicker now that he's facing better competition. 31 innings pitched already. They're only up by 1 here. We have Clutch up by 2. I love it. Fielding's up as well. Wow. And then even Falter. Falter's got a 3.68 ERA. This team is overperforming, it seems. Long relief is somewhere that we would need some help for sure. A better setup man would be nice. Can't complain about the closer. 19 out of 19 on save opportunities. It's what you want. He's got to be the best in the league or one of the best right now. And it feels like it's been a minute or two since we've done a full game. What are we facing here? Right-handed pitcher. Let's do it. We are facing the Tigers today, and Casey Mize is on the mound with 3 starts so far, but a 4-0 record at 61 innings pitched. Must have been coming in from the bullpen for a little bit, and now he's in the rotation. He's a good one. Leading off the game for the Pirates is O'Neal Cruz. He's batting .283. He's doing great. We definitely want to start talking about playing him every day. I think there's some things going on in my head and some comments that we've seen that I think we'll address next episode, but I'm real close to pulling the trigger on him playing every day. 2-0 count here. Is being patient early on in this at-bat. And he tries to hold back on that, but I think it was a strike anyways. 2-1 count. Pitching coming from Mize, and ground ball to second base. Fields it cleanly. 1 out. Looking at our lineup here, Cruz batting .280, McCutchen .298. Then we got Reynolds at .311. The only one over 300 at this point, but lineup's looking pretty solid there. We got some lower 200s that we need to work on, but still early in the season. Team's still overperforming what I expected, so happy on all ends with that. McCutchen to bat here. 1 out. That's a line drive to center field. Nice base hit for McCutchen. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the first. And that brings up Ryan Reynolds, who is our hottest player, potential MVP candidate for us long term. Maybe not this year, but in the future, I think so. That's a strike on the inside corner. 12 home runs already. Maybe he is a candidate this year. 0-1 pitch. And a pop out to the catcher if he can field it. That'll be 2 away. Brings up the veteran JD Martinez with 6 home runs with us already. Gotta love that. I think this was a wise decision to sign him. Pitch incoming. 1-0. Ball 1. A 2-0 count here to Martinez now. Swings at a high fastball. It is 2-1. 2-1 pitch incoming. Swings through a fastball. 2-2. Now, we've talked a little bit about adjusting the settings we're playing on, and as we look at strike 3 after swinging at 2 balls, pretty much. And I do think we are going to increase it. Maybe one tier. I think I'm at veteran right now or all-star, so we'll look at that later on. Again, I'm doing voiceovers on this recording because the audio was a little messed up, and that was the only way to clean it up. But this is our first time taking a look at Falter. He's 4-2 in 10 starts. He's not doing too bad for us as our 5th starter. I don't know if he'll be with us long term, but it'll be nice to see what he's got here. That's a low ball to start out the evening for him. 1-0 count. And it's a 2-0 count on the curveball, missing low as well. See if we can get his control under control. See if we can get a handle on his control here. That one was that was iffy, so it looks like we're not going to get any of those low strikes called today. There's strike 1, 3-1 count to Baez here. And a line drive foul ball down the first baseline. Right field line there. 3-2 pitch incoming. And that looks like it might get down. McCutcheon gets to it. Nice, 1 out, bottom of the first. Take a look at the Tigers lineup here. They got somebody, Rogers there, 190, but it looks like they are 13th in the AL in runs, so they're mid-tier. Well, AL, that puts them towards the bottom of the AL. Oh, come on, Detroit. Strike 1. A hanging curveball there, but he doesn't get a hold of it. Pop out to McCutcheon, 2 down. Got an 0-2 count with 2 outs. See if Falter can get through this inning without giving up a hit. Let's try it again, 0-2. There's a ground ball. Can Cruz get to it? He does not field it. Just past his glove there. Good effort. But that'll get a runner on base, and that's most likely a base hit. No way they're giving him an error on that. Carpenter to bat here. Strike 1. Got another 0-2 count here to see if we can get out of this inning without any damage. Strikes him out with the slider. Very well done there. And we move to the bottom of the second. 0-1 pitch incoming, and that's a base hit to Reynolds in left field. The Tigers get a base runner on here with no outs. 1-2 count here, incoming. Deep fly ball. Is Taylor going to be able to get to it? I don't think he's going to. It's off the wall. The runner had to hold up there at second just in case. Was not able to score. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. There's a ground ball to Tellez, and he decides to throw it to Cruz instead of just tagging his base. Yeah, I screwed up there. Should have been an out. Bases loaded, no outs. Doofus. Bases loaded here. 0-2 count. That's a strikeout. Way to fight back. Let's see if we can get out of this jam. That's a base hit up to center field there. Gonna probably score 2. Taylor's gonna try to throw him out at home. Not in time. It is 2-0 Detroit. Runners on first and second with 2 outs now. Ground ball to Tellez. He fields it this time and does not throw it to Cruz. Side retired. Here we are in the top of the third, and Henry Davis with a little bloop single to right field. Let's get this going, get back in this game. We tried a bunt here with Bay, and it just pops out to first base. I just had to urge the bunt, and it was a fail. McCutcheon here. Deep fly ball to left field, but that's going to retire. Oh, it gets over his head. We had to hold it second there. We're moving to third now. Runners at second and third with 2 outs here in the third inning. Let's get back in this game. Let's get back in it. That brings up our star here, Brian Reynolds. 0 for 1 today. And ground ball to second base. That will retire the side. 2-0 Detroit still. And here we are in the bottom of the third, and a deep fly ball to right field. McCutcheon tries to get back. No chance to catch that. That's out of here. 4-0 Tigers. Oh, boy. Not looking good today. Jump into the top of the fourth here. JD Martinez is up to bat, and that looks like it's going to get into the gap there. Off the wall, just not enough. Almost enough power there to get it over the fence, but we will take the double. His 7th of the year already. Hayes is up to bat here with no outs and a runner on second. That's a deep fly ball to left field. That's going to get out of here. He caught it. No way. We just got robbed. I want to see the replay on this. Oh, Hayes just got robbed. Look at that look on his face, too. He knows it. Stud. Yeah. Yep, he leaps here. Glove above the fence. Should have been a home run, but it was robbed there. Nice play. That brings up Taylor. Let's see if he can drive in Martinez at second there. There's a ground ball down the line, and Martinez is going to score. Taylor probably will have to hold it first there for a single. Another RBI single for Taylor early on in his Pittsburgh career. I love what I'm seeing so far. Wise signing by Pittsburgh in real life, and I guess a wise signing by us. Tellez hits one into the gap here. That's going to split center and right field. One hops the wall, but it does go over the wall for a ground rule double. Unfortunately, we do not score a run on that hit. But runners on second and third here. Let's see if we can get another one in. That brings up Davis. Foul ball. 1-0-1 count to Davis. That's a deep fly ball to left field. That should be enough to tag up. Runner advances, and I did not mean to advance the runner to third. He's out, but the run did score. It is 4-2 Detroit. Bottom of the fourth, 4-2 still. That's going to be a bloop single. There was a runner on second. They're going to score. They're going to try to spread. Oh, see, we could have had him at second if we were paying attention. We tried to throw it home. Turns it into a double. Rough day, 5-2. Next batter, line drive to center field. Taylor's going to try to field it, throw it home. Not in time. Tellez cuts it off, throws it anyways. 6-2. Going the wrong direction. Still in the bottom of the fourth inning. McCutcheon's going to get back to this one and get us out of it. Down 6-2. Heading to the fifth. Now we're in the eighth inning here, and another deep shot to right field's going to make it 8-2. Detroit is all over us today. Ouch. Grandal's up here in the ninth inning, and a nice pop fly is going to end the game. We lose 3-8 to the Tigers. Can't win them all. Olivares has been reinstated, so we are going to activate him. And now we got to kind of look at the roster. What is the move now? Oh boy. I think Palacios here is the obvious choice to move down to AAA. Use one of his options, but that's fine. And then we'll move Gonzalez to AA. And that means that Hilson is going to go to Class A. And we'll go ahead and try to finish up the rest of the month of May with a win against Detroit. So we split that series. And we need to go to our lineups here now that Olivares is actually healthy. And we need to make a decision now. Is he going to play? Oh, he started hot. You don't want him to lose playing time, but so has Taylor. And we look in right field. McCutcheon's still batting well. We can't put him on the bench. And our DH, that's not happening. So got to figure out a way to get Olivares back on the field. He's been playing pretty well. 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, batting .288. But you have better defense in Taylor. You have better offense so far. We'll see how that goes. I think this has been rough because I do have a philosophy of you don't lose your starting job just from being hurt. But I think he kind of did there. 7-7 game. See who wins this one. The Blue Jays do. So finishing out the month of May, 2 months completely done here. We are 4.5 games out of first place behind the Reds. See if anything pops out at us here on our updates from our farm director. That's a hot month there. 352 for Bowen. Chang, we knew he was doing good in AAA. O'Reilly's still doing pretty good as our closer in AA. But falling a little behind, I want to see the wild card standings here. How are we faring there? We're still doing okay. We're a half game ahead. A little more, maybe a game and a half. It's hard to tell. I wish they would show us that. But the Marlins are catching us. The D-backs are there. Cubs are tied with us. So we're a game ahead of the Cubs. So we're a game and a half ahead of the wild card right now. Let's go ahead and finish this series against Toronto with another loss. Today is scouting day. We've dropped to 3rd place. 4.5 back still. All right, so we have the full profile on this fella here, Cameron. I still think he's going to be a solid player. I don't think he's like, I don't know. Like overall, he's not going to be super high, but he's going to be a decent role player on a team. Not going to be a superstar. We could be wrong though. We'll keep an eye on him late in the maybe 3rd round, 2nd or 3rd round if he's still around. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've recently scouted here, see if anything jumps out to us. Hood here from Pennsylvania. Local kid. The walks are a little low. He might be a project, but that's somebody we're super interested in getting more information on. Nobody else really jumping out there. We're going to keep going with that. And let's see, week 9. Let's go ahead and edit this. We're going to move to the Central for Discovery. We'll do a couple more weeks of the East for scouting, and then we'll move to the Central for scouting. Let's go ahead and find another position player here to scout. And I want some options later in the draft. So let's see. Left fielder here, Robert Jones. Yeah, let's keep looking here. Scotty Duncan, right fielder. Not going to have much power at all. Ernest Ramirez doesn't look very good either. He's going to be a project, a long-term project in the minor leagues there. Kendall here, pretty much the same. But we're being a little picky. Later rounds, we're going to get guys that are going to be longer projects. Let's do this one. We'll see how he turns out. But we're in the month of June. We got one more month until the draft. Let's see exactly. We have 41 days. Moving along pretty fast here. Let me know what you think of the pace. I'm actually really loving the pace. I think we're moving at a good speed here. Almost halfway through the season once we finish June there. But I guess 2-6 through the season, really. 4.5 back, we're falling down. We're still above 500, performing a little better than I expected us to when I started this playthrough still. Let's look at team stats. Team rankings. Batting average wise, we've fallen to 15th. Runs scored, middle of the pack, we're 14th. Home runs, we're going to be probably lower, 17th. So yeah, it's pretty consistent there. Let's go look at pitching. ERA, we started out hot. We're 16th. So yeah, everything's looking middle of the pack. Save wise, we're up to 5th, because we got Ben Bednar. He was doing a great job there. Blown saves, we have 3, least in the league. Earned runs allowed, probably middle of the pack as well. Yeah, so middle tier team so far, which makes sense for what we've been doing. We'll keep it going next episode. Sox way up. Thanks for hanging out.